You are the last void sailor, a guardian at the very edge of everything. Your watch is eternal, your duty absolute. The great, silent dark is your home. It is a lonely existence by any measure, but it is your own. You protect the quiet glow of your reality. You hunt the things that seek to break it. You are the human hunter of rogue universes. A new tear in space-time screams for your attention. It is a silent alarm felt only by you. A deep wrongness vibrates up your spine. The console before you blinks a single, blood-red icon. The symbol means incursion. It means a wound has opened in the fabric of what is. A gateway where none should ever be. Another universe is pressing against your own. An illegal immigrant on a cosmic scale. You stand from your command chair. The deck plates of your ship hum with power. It is time to go to work. The fate of everything you know rests on you. It always does. Your ship slices through the void towards the wound. The journey is short. Your vessel does not travel through space. It simply convinces space to be somewhere else. You arrive at the breach point. It hangs before you in the starless black. A shimmering, agonizing rift in the darkness. It looks like shattered glass floating in zero gravity. But the glass is the world itself. The very laws of physics are bleeding away here. Light bends at impossible angles. Gravity pulses in waves that make your teeth ache. Colors that have no name flicker at the edge of the tear. Your sensors scream in protest. They try to apply logic to a place where logic has died. They fail, feeding you streams of pure static. This is not just a hole, it is an infection. A place where the fundamental rules of your reality are unraveling. Everything feels wrong. A deep, instinctual wrongness that goes beyond sight or sound. It is a feeling of falling forever. Even sitting in your command chair, you feel it. This is why you exist. To cauterize such wounds before the infection spreads. To stand against the beautiful, terrible chaos. Your vessel is named the Weaver. It is humanity's greatest and most terrifying secret. From the outside, it is a simple obsidian needle. No windows, no engines, no markings. It is designed to be invisible, unremarkable. But its simplicity is a lie. The Weaver does not fight with weapons. It fights with principles. It reinforces the laws of reality around itself. It can stitch space-time back together, thread by thread. That is why they called it the Weaver. The ship's hull is not metal. It is solidified chronological force, a material that exists slightly out of phase with time. It allows the ship to survive the unsurvivable. Its core is not a reactor. It is a captured paradox, a stable engine that runs on impossible logic. Building it drove its creators mad. Now, it is your sole companion in the endless dark. The ship's low hum is the only voice you hear for years. You know its every secret, its every groan. It is less a machine and more an extension of your will. It's the only ship with a warranty that covers acts of godlike entities. You suspect you are already several thousand years past the expiration date. You must know what lies on the other side. Protocol demands it. You launch a probe, a small, silver dart. It is shielded by the Weaver's reality field. It bravely flies into the shimmering chaos of the breach. You watch its telemetry on your main screen. The probe's camera feed is a nightmare of swirling energies. But its sensor suite is more robust. It is built to taste the physics of another place, to understand the rules of a foreign existence. Data streams back to the Weaver. Most of it is garbage, contradictory readings and nonsensical measurements. But then, something cuts through the noise. One of the probe's functions is a simple greeting, a mathematical sequence based on prime numbers. the most basic sign of intelligence we know. The probe sent it out once, and something on the other side answered. It was not a message you could understand. It was not language. It was a targeted pulse of energy, a pulse that perfectly mirrored the probe's own signature. Something over there heard your knock, and it is very much aware of you now. A shimmer of light forms on your bridge. It coalesces into a tall, humanoid shape. The being is made of pure, white energy. Its form is indistinct, like a memory of a person. This is an elder, one, a member of a race that transcended long ago. They are echoes of a universe that died before yours was born. They are the self-appointed librarians of existence. He, or it, raises a hand made of light. A voice speaks not in your ears, but in your mind. The voice is ancient, tired, and full of sorrow. Turn back, hunter, it says. This is not a monster you hunt. You remain silent. The elder has appeared to you before. Its warnings are never to be taken lightly. There's only pain on the other side. The voice continues. A tragedy beyond your comprehension. It is not an invasion. It is a desperate flight. The being's light flickers, as if in pain. Your kind sees hope where there is none. Your compassion will be your undoing. Seal this breach from the outside, or you will do more than just your own reality. The elder, one, holds your gaze for a moment longer. Then, it dissolves back into nothing, leaving you alone with a terrible choice. You stand in the silence of your bridge. The elder's warning echoes in your thoughts. Seal the breach. Abandon whatever is happening on the other side. It is the safe play, the logical choice. But you are human. Logic is just one of many tools in your kit. Compassion is another. The probe's data showed awareness, not aggression. The elder spoke of tragedy, not malice. Your job is not just to destroy, it is to understand. To make the right choice, not just the easy one. You place your hands on the Weaver's console. The ship hums in response, ready for your command. Full power to the reality anchors, you whisper. We're going in. The ship groans a low, powerful protest. Pushing through a stable breach is one thing. Entering an active, decaying rift is another. It is like asking a swimmer to swim up a waterfall. The Weaver moves forward. It pierces the shimmering membrane of the wound. The universe screams around you. Not a sound of air, but a shriek of tearing space-time. The ship shudders violently. Red alerts flash across your console. The Weaver is fighting to hold its own reality together. It is fighting to keep you sane, to keep you whole. You push deeper into the beautiful, terrible wrongness. You are through. The shriek of space-time fades. A profound and chilling silence takes its place. The view on your screen is heartbreaking. You are floating in a sea of dying embers. The stars here are faint, like memories of light. The galaxies are unraveling, their shapes drooping like melting wax. This universe is old. So very, very old. It is in the last moments of its existence. And then you see them. The ships. They are not warships. They are not hunters. They are arcs. Great, crystalline vessels that drift in the darkness. They move slowly, painfully. They are damaged. Scars of energy and radiation mar their perfect forms. You zoom in on one of the arcs. Through its translucent hull, you see them. The beings from the other side. The sorrowful invaders. They are not monsters. They are tall, willowy creatures. Their bodies seem woven from faint light and sorrow. They drift within their ships like ghosts. Their movements are slow, weary, and filled with despair. They are refugees. They are running from the death of their home. And they ran right into your reality by accident. You have to find the source of the breach. The arcs are fleeing from something. You follow their trail back through the dying cosmos. The deeper you go, the worse it gets. The very concept of distance seems to be failing here. You travel for what feels like an age. Yet the Weaver's instruments say you have barely moved. Finally, you see it. The heart of this dying star sea. It is not a star. It is not a black hole. It is the naked core of the universe itself. A singularity of unimaginable scale. It should be hidden behind the veil of existence. But here, it is exposed, raw. It pulses with a sickly purple light, a great cosmic heart having its final seizure. With every pulse, it sends out a wave of decay, a shock wave that unravels the laws of physics. One of these pulses must have been so violent, so strong, it punched a hole straight through into your reality. This is not an engine of war. It is a cosmic body in its death throes, and its agony is tearing everything apart. The sight is overwhelming. The scale of this tragedy is immense. How do you fight the death of a universe? How do you reason with a dying God? For a moment, you feel utterly, completely small. A single human in a tiny ship, staring at the engine of all creation as it breaks down. Doubt creeps in. The elder's warning returns. Maybe this was a mistake. Maybe compassion has no place here. You are just a janitor. You are here to clean up a mess, not to perform miracles. The feeling of hopelessness is a heavy cloak. You tell the Weaver's computer to access a file, a single protected file in your personal archive. The screen changes. The dying core vanishes. In its place, a simple image appears. A green field under a brilliant blue sky, a memory of Earth. It is a place you have not seen in centuries, a world you swore to protect. You remember the smell of rain on soil, the feeling of sunlight on your skin, the simple, beautiful, fragile reality of home. Your resolve returns like a thunderclap. You will not fail. You will protect that blue sky. No matter the cost, you are the hunter. Your protocols are clear. Option 1. Seal the breach. This would trap the refugees, condemning them to die with their universe. You look at the image of the fleeing arcs. You cannot do it. It is not a choice you can live with. Option 2. Destabilize the breach from this side. Cause a controlled collapse. This would sever the connection, but the backlash would be immense. It could shatter the already fragile wall of your own reality. It would trade one disaster for another. Option 3. Destroy the source. Attack the dying core itself. Your ship is not a weapon, but the Weaver could, in theory, unravel the core's structure. The ship's AI runs a quick simulation. The result is terrifying. Destroying the core would not silence it. It would cause it to detonate. An explosion of such magnitude. It would annihilate this entire universe instantly. And it would likely obliterate your own as well. A big bang in reverse. So you have 3 options. All of them are terrible. There must be another way. A better way. A human way. An idea begins to form. It is wild. It is dangerous. It probably breaks a dozen laws of star science you have not even heard of. The dying core is in agony. It is lashing out in pain and confusion. But what if it is still aware? A consciousness on a scale you can barely imagine. A primal, sleeping mind, having a terrible nightmare. If you could communicate with it, if you could somehow soothe its pain, perhaps you could calm the seizures. The Weaver has a neural interface, a device designed to link your mind directly to the ship's logic core. It has never been used to connect to something so vast. so alien, so powerful. The feedback could destroy your mind. It could shatter your consciousness into a million pieces. But it is the only tool you have left. The only way to build a bridge of pure thought. You have to try to talk to a dying universe. And your mind is the only phone you have. It sounds like the setup to a very bad joke. A human walks into a dying universe and tries to talk it down. You sit in the command chair. A silver circlet lowers onto your head. The neural interface hums to life. Connect me to the core, you command the Weaver. The ship's AI flashes a warning. Probability of catastrophic psychic feedback is 97%. I like those odds, you mutter. Proceed. The world dissolves. Your consciousness stretches. It expands beyond your body, beyond the ship. You are hurled across the void. You are a single thought flying towards an ocean of pain. You touch the mind of the universe. It is not a mind of words or images. It is pure, raw emotion. Fear, loneliness, confusion, the agony of dissolution. It does not know what it is. It only knows that it is ending. And it is terrified. You do not send words. You cannot. You send concepts. You send the purest things humanity ever created. Mathematics, logic, the structure of a Bach cantata, the unconditional love of a parent for a child. You offer it a hand in the dark. You show it that it is not alone. And in that shared space of thought, a new plan is born, a work of utter genius and absolute madness. You will not destroy the core. You will not seal it away. You will move it. You will become a tow truck for the heart of a universe. You will weave a new cradle for its death. The plan is simple in its insanity. You will use the Weaver to tow the universal core. You will drag it out of this dying reality. You will move it to an empty pocket dimension, a quarantined void between realities where it can die in peace, without threatening anyone else. It is the most ambitious, reckless thing anyone has ever attempted. You disconnect from the neural interface. Your head pounds. Your nose is bleeding. But your mind is clear. Weaver, you say, your voice hoarse. Plot a course. A tow path for the core. The ship's AI is silent for a long moment. Then, data streams across your screen. Energy calculations, stress projections, chronological torque limits. The numbers are staggering. The energy required is almost infinite. The Weaver would have to wrap its own reality field around the core. It would have to become a cocoon of stable space-time. It would have to focus its entire being, its entire power, on this one task. The AI displays its final conclusion in cold, clear text. The procedure is possible. It states, a second line appears below it. The Weaver's paradox core will be consumed. Ship survival probability is 0%. Your ship cannot survive this, which means you cannot survive this. This is a one-way trip. You will give up your ship, your life, your only way home. You look at the image of the green earth on the screen. It is a final, human choice. And you have already made it. Execute the plan, you say. There's no hesitation in your voice. The Weaver responds instantly. Great, shimmering arms of golden light extend from its hull. These are the reality anchors, the tools it uses to stitch space-time. They reach out across the void. They stretch towards the pulsing, chaotic core. This is the most delicate moment. You must latch on to the core without destabilizing it further. You guide the anchors with your mind, still linked to the ship. It requires immense focus, a surgeon's precision on a cosmic scale. The anchors touch the core. The feedback is immense. A wave of pure chaos washes over the Weaver. Alarms blare. The ship screams in protest. For a terrifying second, you think the ship will be torn apart. But the Weaver holds. Its paradox engine roars to life. It fights back against the chaos, imposing its own logic. The golden arms solidify their grip. They wrap around the dying heart of the universe. You have it. You have latched onto infinity's core. Now, the final battle begins. The battle against paradox. The battle against entropy itself. You are about to pull a universe with nothing but willpower. The weaver pulls. The ship groans, a sound of tortured metal and fractured physics. The core resists. It is an object of near infinite mass and inertia. Moving it is like trying to push a mountain with your bare hands. But you are not just pulling mass. You are pulling the fabric of space-time itself. You are folding the universe in front of you and unfolding it behind you. The dying cosmos fights back against this violation. Paradoxes bloom around your ship like toxic flowers. You see versions of yourself from 1,000 failed futures. They flicker at the edge of your vision, their faces masks of agony. You see the weaver exploding. You see it imploding. You see it simply ceasing to exist. The universe is showing you every way you can fail. It is trying to break your spirit, to convince you to give up. But you hold on. Your will is a burning star in the darkness. You focus on that one image: green fields, blue skies, the memory of home. You pour all of your strength, your hope, your humanity into the ship. You pull. Inch by agonizing inch, the core begins to move. You are towing infinity. You are winning. You do not know how long you pull. Time has no meaning in this struggle. It could be a second. It could be 1,000,000 years. You feel the weaver's energy draining away. The paradox engine is sputtering, burning itself out. The lights on your bridge flicker and die one by one. The ship is giving everything it has. And so are you. Finally, you feel a shift, a release. You have pulled the cores through the membrane. You have dragged it into the empty, stable void you chose for it. Its terrible pulsing softens. Its angry purple light fades to a gentle, quiet violet. It has found a peaceful place to rest, a cradle for its final moments. Back in your own reality, the breach heals itself. The wound in space-time closes with a final, silent sigh. You watch on your failing sensors as the refugee arcs pass through the area safely. They are headed for a new home among your stars. They are safe. Everyone is safe. Your mission is complete. Then, the last light on your console goes dark. The hum of the weaver's engine fades into absolute silence. The ship is dead. You have succeeded. You saved billions of lives across 2 realities. And now you float alone in the great nothing between worlds. A ghost in a dead machine. A myth in the making. An echo of humanity. At the very edge of forever.